The first New England Hockey Journal of the Year takes us to Rockland, Massachusetts. Youth hockey takes center stage.
It's the best program in the state.
We're talking Lovell Hockey.
Tim has built quite a bit of an empire here.
The architect of that empire is Norwood, Mass. native Tim Lovell.
There's no one like him around here.
On this episode, we'll meet the man who makes this all run and look at the giant strides his programs have made since their inception more than 2 decades ago.
Okay, how many times are we yelling out, battle, puck protect? What does puck protect mean?
For Tim Lovell, his journey into the world of youth hockey started a long time ago.
Shielding the puck, right?
When Tim was a young boy, his father, Rich, owned a sporting goods store in Franklin, Mass. He also ran summertime hockey camps where Tim and brother Joe spent a great deal of time in their formative years. Later, Joe played college hockey for Bentley. Tim played up north for the Maine Black Bears.
Hit a leg out in front, score! Tim Lovell!
Tim would get as far as the AHL's Providence Bruins. Years later, playing the game would come to an end, but his time at his father's camps, along with his playing career, helped set the table for his future. He took over his dad's camp operation. It started slowly.
I moved from like Fitchburg to Hingham Ring to Norfolk, Mass, and just created my own camps at these other locations and had one-week clinics.
Tim wanted more.
2002, I retired overseas, stuff like that, and I kind of knew what I wanted to do, so I started leagues and clinics and lessons and stuff like that.
We were doing one-week camps in Norfolk. You know, we were doing a lot of stuff at High Park Rink, right on the small sheet, you know, small groups, and that's kind of where it really all started.
Move! Go!
Yeah, it's evolved quite a bit.
Today, Lovell Hockey is one of the highest regarded programs in New England. 6 programs. Nearly 2,000 kids take part.
It's the best program in the state in terms of skills.
The skills piece is what Lovell Hockey is all about.
That's better, come on.
I think we're known for the skills. I think the reason why we're known for is the detail. I think it's really what my father installed in us as a young kid was correcting the kids.
Play it, protect it. Good, that a boy.
I think the biggest thing for us is detail, correction and detail. So yeah, I'd go off the skills basically being our biggest piece.
Come here. Your chest is down here. It has to come up, so you want to drop your butt lower. Go ahead.
The main focus is skills and development.
You're good.
If you can get them to do the right thing over and over again and slowly start to break some bad habits, most of those walls you can kind of climb.
In control of that puck. Okay, all set, go. Head up, Charlie.
I think what brings us above other people and other programs is that development piece, fixing the mechanics of the skating, fixing the mechanics of the puck control, and then the correction piece.
My hand should be where? Down and in front of me, right? So if
I know a lot of people say, oh, the Lovell Hockey, all they do is skating and edges, and yes, that is what we do, and that's what we focus on. There's a reason why good skating, good edge work will produce a good skater, good hockey player.
As time passed, the Lovell reputation as a top-shelf youth hockey development program grew and grew.
When we're in tournaments and we're playing not as a Boston Advantage player, people see the Lovell Hockey stickers on the helmet and they say, oh, I hear people in the rinks. I knew they were Lovell kids just by the way they're skating.
If you look at the younger kids, the kids that come to Lovell Skills are just, I'd say, but better skaters than a lot of other kids.
Great skills coaches as well as just overall game coaches. And my first year, I felt like my development alone just shot so exponentially up. I felt like I got so much better.
The Lovell way is not lost on parents.
The amount of progression that I've seen in the last 4 or 5 months with these kids, and not just my son, his whole team, fundamental skills, that's really what it's about, has been off the charts. It's more than I could have ever expected.
push under.
Come on, get in there.
Make sure your arms are going through. through your pockets, right?
Playing the game what we call the right way here.
My hands are out in front, right? They move right across my stomach.
The skill development is excellent.
He shielded it, kept it away from you guys, and then spun off. Over and over and over and over. Don't daydream.
Coming up, where Lovell Hockey now calls home. That and more after the break.
Stick in front of you, Thors.
No, I mean, I had a vision of owning my own rink someday, you know, and basically and housing my own teams in that arena.
For Tim Lovell, that vision has come true. After years of renting various area rinks for his ever-increasing number of teams in his programs, the 118,000 square foot Lovell Arena in Rockland, Mass. Last summer opened for business. To say things have gone well for Tim and his crew since the doors opened is a huge understatement. Lovell Arena is not just for hockey.
It's wild, to be honest.
State of the art. Not just a hockey rink.
Lovell Arena's amenities? Where do we start?
I just think in today's world, if you're owning a hockey rink, you need other pieces now to offset, to make money for the rink, to pay the bills, right?
4 lanes, about 24 people can be in there at a time. 10-pin bowling. Golf simulators are full swing golf simulators. They have the ability to play, I think we have 37 courses to choose from.
And they told me there was going to be golf simulators in the hockey rink. I was like, what?
Anything else?
They can play Xbox. They can do their homework. It's a one-stop shop. You know, it's got every amenity that you can have for a family if you want to come in and get, you know, a good meal.
I was totally blown away.
Quite often when we come here for a hockey game or a hockey tournament, you've got 2 games in one day and you got time to kill between games. There's a lot of stuff for people, kids, parents, things to do.
When the arena was designed, it's apparent that moms and dads were a consideration.
You could be watching a hockey game out on the rink. You can see through the glass of the golf simulator and the bowling if your kids are there. We actually have the ability to live stream games that are on the rink at that time onto one of the TVs as well. So rather than just having cable up on the TVs, if you want to sit back and eat at a farther table and you can't see out through the windows because it's packed, you can actually still watch the TV and watch the game that's going on the ice at that moment.
It doesn't end there.
Having unlimited access pretty much to 3 ice sheets a day, and then we have the mini rink in the back for the goalies. To have a video room on site, to have a state-of-the-art weight room on site, to have all these places that, once again, are tailored to the student-athlete development it's unmatched.
No kid gets to play in a facility like this. I mean, even college teams don't even have their own rink, some of them. So to be able to have, you know, be in 8th grade and be able to come here and have your own facility where, you know, you can call it your home and have your own locker room to get dressed in and have your own weight room and to have a yoga instructor come in, it's pretty special.
I'll say one thing, this rink is very cold. The insulation they put in is keeping all the cold air in for sure. That's why the ice is unbelievable. Skating on the sheet, the ice is great for the kids.
For some, the arena seemingly has an intangible.
You definitely walk in with an air of confidence. I think it's allowed us to bring in some better players. When you can show the facilities, we can really offer these kids something that a lot of other places or no one else can really offer.
Yeah, this is called being spoiled, right? So this is the new world, I think, of like you said, the kids have their name tags on their own stalls and where they're from.
When we came in here on day 1 and you finally saw the nameplates and the stalls up, it was pretty surreal.
It's kind of a big deal. They get their laundry done daily. Everything's packed up for them every morning, stuff like that. Everything's, you know, set up for them. I think it's a real college/pro mentality that we brought here to the arena.
I'd say a couple hundred people up there usually on a Saturday night, you know, if there's a few games going on and getting food, and I know my family's been here pretty much every weekend.
It's the best rink in New England.
That vision came a while ago, but I never thought that I'd get there. And I'm actually very lucky that it's come to fruition.
That's it.
Everything under one roof. It's pretty incredible to think that this thing just popped up in Rockland, Massachusetts.
Up until about 1900, they were...
When we come back here on New England Hockey Journal, we hit the books.
The academics are going to be taken very seriously. It's not hockey first, school second. They work together.
Learn what else is in store for Lovell Hockey after this.
Quick, quick!
Lovell Hockey is skills.
Protect, turn. Good.
Lovell Hockey is a 3 sheets of ice, state-of-the-art arena.
Brand new gym, brand new everything, new locker room. It's crazy, it's awesome.
And later this year, a new Lovell Academy. A 3 to 4 minute walk from the new arena will add to the depth of the Lovell Hockey experience.
I know Tim was very eager to add an academy to the Lovell brand.
Lovell Academy is in its infancy. While students and staff await the completion of the new facility, the current 68 full-time Academy students live in a hotel in Quincy, Mass. Their classes are being held at the new Lovell Arena.
It's a grind. It's not something that's easy.
The rigorous day has Academy student athletes on the go often before the sun comes up. It's a long day and not for the faint of heart.
The kids wake up around 6:30. They have breakfast. We head out to head to the rink by 7. We get on the ice at 7:30. They have skills. Then the kids go to class for 3 classes. They have some lunch, and then they come out and they have a practice with their team.
Get to class around 9:30. Have a class, eat lunch, have another class, go back out on the ice.
Then they would have another class, and the classes are anywhere from 75 to 90 minutes long. Then from that class, they go to what we call our athletic block.
We either do a yoga session or we work out. Yeah, a long day. It's like a 6 to 6 almost before we leave here.
Tired yet? It's all part of the Lovell plan to get their student athletes ready for college or whatever's next on their agenda.
That's something that Lovell takes very seriously, is the school and hockey work together to make the student athlete the best they can be.
You know, we try to really allow the academics to fit into what most people are accustomed to in this area, which is the prep school model. So academically, we are attempting and doing our best to be at that level academically.
The Spartans were supposed to submit to King Philip of...
Academy students are quick to point out the differences between attending school here compared to their previous education experiences.
The main one is obviously there's a lot more hockey here. So the prep school season is pretty much November to March, and here we start September and we go all the way to May. For player development is absolutely critical.
And as I came here, it took a lot of maturing, growing up almost.
You are not getting to these bottom questions until we talk as a class.
The process that we have in place and the teaching philosophy we have in place is based off international baccalaureate education. So, which is a learning structure that is more project focused, not necessarily like a standard school where it's fact driven.
It's hoped that the new academy will be completed sometime this summer. It's expected that the facility will help with recruitment. Seeing the daily changes to the structure and knowing what it will be upon completion, well, the waiting is the hardest part.
If it's anything like the rink, it's going to be amazing. I think it'll definitely bring the place whole. It'll definitely pull it together and make this place, one of a kind.
The dorm's going to have pretty much everything that a student would have at a prep school. It's going to have a science lab, it's going to have a cafeteria, it's going to have classrooms, it's going to have a living space, it's going to have like arcade games, a study hall room, pretty much everything a kid needs to succeed outside the rink.
Rob Morrison runs the New England Knights, a team under the Lovell umbrella. His 15-year-old daughter attends the academy.
Coming to the academy with the legit academic program, everything we're looking for hockey-wise, it was a no-brainer.
Lovell Hockey and Lovell Academy. Hard to fail with that combination.
We're looking for those students that just really want to commit to being a quality person and quality athlete. And when you find those two things, we can help you do the rest and hopefully obtain your goals.
If you come here as a student athlete and you don't get better, especially as a hockey player, it's kind of hard to do. Like you got all the tools you need at your disposal here, and you just kind of got to put it together.
When we return, more from our visit to Lovell Hockey after the break.
You have coaches who genuinely care about your development.
You're just trying to prepare them as best you can for college hockey.
Yeah, I was trying to get that back to you on the breakout, you know.
New England Hockey Journal is back after this.
Good job. Good job. Great job. Great job.
I think that's how we've grown so much last 20 years to, almost having 2,000 kids in our program is the old school value, right? So detail, intensity, real living, family environment, mom and pop mentality.
Bring the puck to the cage.
Tim Lovell's old school values apparently work well. More than 20 years deep into his venture, Lovell Hockey has grown into one of the largest amateur hockey programs in North America. More than 110 teams reside under the 6 programs at Lovell. Players range in age from 4 to 20. Some of the older players fill the rosters on one of Lovell's Boston Advantage teams in the National Collegiate Development Conference, or the NCDC. Chance Heafy is a native of Sudbury, Ontario. He's been with the Advantage for 6 years.
I've always felt that it's a place where I'm going to develop and get better. And I feel like I found a home and somewhere where you have coaches who genuinely care about your development.
Goaltender Nick Vevelakwa's commute to Lovell was much easier than his teammate. Nick lives down the road in Abington. His ride to Lovell has become a years-long habit.
I've been playing here since I was 7, 8, roughly. Started out as a forward, and then I picked up goalie around 8 years old.
Both players hope college hockey is in their future, and they say they've benefited from the coaching at Lovell.
Get pucks behind their D, pound their D, keep pucks low, right?
I love having Dan as a coach. He's a great guy. He knows how to get through to players. I think he does a good job holding people accountable.
Joe, Tim, Dan, bunch of guys here, and I love all of them.
The coaches that we have great backgrounds. Most of them played at a high level for us, and we kind of all try to work together.
Dan Zerlip runs Lovell's Middlesex Icemen program. He also coaches for the Advantage.
We work them low to high. D, we get that puck, we walk, get pucks on net. I do hold guys accountable. I think that there needs to be a good mix of keeping it light, but also making sure guys are out there working.
Good coaching keeps the kids returning year after year.
The coaching, I think they have a very good method of doing it. It appears like there's a plan.
Out, 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 out. Middle, Kate, middle, watch middle.
Most of the guys down here who coach, D1 hockey players, AHL, NHL players, Timmy himself, University of Maine.
Tim Lovell is a hockey dad too, and he's coached his son Tim Jr. through the Lovell system. Tim Jr. is having success as a defenseman for the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Robinson still loose, they score! A juicy rebound for Lovell and the Sun Devils.
Our product shines because a lot of guys have grown up doing what we do.
Some who've developed their skills at Lovell have gone all the way up the ladder. Lovell can boast that a handful of NHL players learned here, including current Calgary Flames defenseman Noah Hannafin, one-time Hobey Baker Award winner Adam Gaudette, Ottawa Senators winger Colin White, and Philadelphia Flyers center Kevin Hayes. The list doesn't stop there.
And you got Eric Haley, who played for the Boston Bruins.
My son Ryan Haley, he started here when he was 5 years old in the development program. You know, he stayed here all the way through, played full season, and is now a freshman at Harvard right now.
Final seconds, tick off the man advantage. Healy takes a shot, he scores. Top shelf Ryan Healy grabbed his puck.
A new arena, packed with amenities. A soon-to-be state-of-the-art academy. Years of success. All this, but it still begs the question, what's next for Lovell Hockey?
I don't know. I got my hands full with this one right here. This one's a big animal right here for me right now. Just to get this thing going to complete it to the amount of teams that we have at the Academy. We're going to have 6 teams next year. Advantage being full, 95 Giants being full, New England Knights being full, all those programs, Middlesex Icemen, all those programs being full and actually doing well, right? So the objective is actually to develop kids, make them better, also to win games. Everybody wants to win, right? But at the same time, doing it correctly with etiquette and development up the ladder.
Do we score a lot of goals? Why not? Because we don't shoot. Can't score if you don't shoot.
You can watch some of the best hockey around in New England right here in the Lovell Arena.
There are a few programs in North America, especially in the Northeast, that have what we have here.
Our passion is to develop the player.
With Tim's background in skating and skill development, you just kind of take what he's taught you, put your own little small spin on it. I owe him a lot for teaching me what he has and trusting me to run a program and trusting me with the junior guys.
Hockey's a great sport. It brings out the best in all people.